Oh man, not even on YouTube. Oh, I don't know how to feel about that. But yeah.
But it says the stream is not live. What?
What? Your stream is not live?
Oh, now it is. Yeah, never mind. It still says the stream is not live. But then at least I can record it with Oh, that's because I didn't select the right one. There we go. Now the stream is live. So, here we are. We are recording, and we are with team today with Team Baguette versus RIP, and it's the French versus the Germans. It's like history in the making.
History, okay.
Well, French and Germans, they don't really like each other all that much, I believe. Still not. From what I understand, you know, don't hold me down on that. So.
Okay, I don't have a problem with French, so.
Okay, well then my theory is flawed. Anyway, it's still the French versus the Germans, with Baguette, of course, being the French team and Team RIP being the the German team. And we have Baguette on the Radiant and RIP on the Dire. And the first band's already in.
Yes. Pretty standard bands.
Yeah, Darkseer, Invoker. Just the question is, which one are they gonna leave in? Will that be Anti-Mage, Furion?
And now they're probably leave 2 in because of Windrunner ban. Like, there has to be Furion, Anti-Mage, or Chen.
Broodmother, Chen.
And Broodmother, yeah. So
yeah, it's just one of those that can still be banned. However, it will be curious to see because, of course, last night we had the match of Navi versus Quantic Gaming, and Anti-Mage didn't win a match there, even though he was picked. So maybe they also watched that and they thought, well, we're not gonna try that. We're not gonna, you know.
We'll see.
Yeah.
But I think Anti-Mage is still strong, even though he was picked in that game. But like, if you can make it to a later game, then Anti-Mage is still one of the strongest heroes. It's like, yeah, he just needs the farm, and he didn't get that in those.
We have a Venomancer ban. That means that after Furion, the Anti-Mage and the Shadow Shaman, Chen, yeah, there we go. And the Anti-Mage is not picked.
Yeah,
the French can still pick up the Anti-Mage.
They may have watched the defense as well.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that...
The Dire seem pretty sure on where to go there, by the way. Yeah. They got a strategy in mind. I mean, that's already 2 heavy push heroes, which may want to, or... Ooh, Night Stalker. I was gonna say which 2 push strong heroes, which may make the Radiant decide that they indeed don't want that Anti-Mage, because I think, well, this game is not gonna go late game due to the already heavy push from their Dire.
Yeah, and the very strong anti-pusher Venomancer, very strong against pushes, so yeah, that really makes sense. And
yeah,
now we see Crystal Maiden, okay. Great support overall, but doesn't bring much against the push, I think.
No, but she is nice with the Night Stalker.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
So we'll see how that works out.
Yep.
Should be just fine.
So yeah, but yeah, they really need. I mean, they have Furion, but he's not like before his ultimate. He's not a very good anti-pusher.
No.
And so they will probably get problems and maybe lose some towers before they can do anything about those.
I think so too. Especially since I think we're gonna expect Night Stalker from the Radiant in the mid lane. You really want that that Furion either solo lane or foresting, but ooh, Life Sealer. That would mean that the forest isn't a safe place anymore for Furion, or not entirely anyway. That may cause some problems if the Dire actually thinks about going into the enemy forest, which they may, because at early level, Lifestealer will win from a Furion, I believe. If I'm correct.
I don't think that the Lifestealer will go into the forest because they already have a Chen, and Chen needs the forest way more than the Lifestealer.
Yeah.
And they can't play 3 solo lanes. That's just not
a
good lane tip.
We have a Tidehunter band, so bye bye awesome teamfight stuns. And we have Enigma and two big teamfight heroes banned out by the Radiant there. They don't want teamfights, or they want them on their own terms, which they still are deciding. Which may be they may be looking at a Sand King or a Earthshaker. And it's kinda funny since that. Oh, what? Sorry.
Mother ban? Okay. You wanted to say something? What's
Yeah.
funny?
Well, they banned out both Enchantress and Broodmother, which are two very pushy heroes. So they didn't want them for themselves either.
But I think that makes sense because like the Enchantress ban, I mean you can't really play an Enchantress if you already have a Jhin.
That's
because
true.
She needs,
That's true.
or she's strongest in the woods, and
Yeah.
she's great counter against Jhin.
And they didn't want, of course, their own heroes turned on them.
Yes, that's why she's a great counter against the Jhin, because she can just take his creeps away. And the Broodmother, probably because they think they already have enough push, maybe. And yeah. And they don't want the other team to have it.
Yeah, and Broodmother in combination with Furion to push. That's just a heavy push.
Yeah.
And
now
annoying.
we see Mirana.
Yeah. And it was an instant pick, so the Radiant knew that they were what they were going for. And the only thing they actually miss in their setup is a teamfight hero, which I think still might be Sand King or Earthshaker.
Yeah, that could be true. It would fit into the lineup. The only I don't know which I would like more, because Earthshaker is a great anti-pusher.
Yeah, and it's great if you have it in combination with an enemy Chen with a lot of creeps. That ulti will do so much damage when pushing a tower.
There's the Beastmaster. I think he fits as well. He has some good disable, which goes through BKB, and
nice slow.
They probably even didn't want the enemies to pick up the Beastmaster because he's the KSI butcher.
Yay!
That's right. The Earthshaker, pretty good anti-pusher, but not on the early levels as well. So I think they will struggle a bit to hold their tier 1 towers.
Yeah, their tier 1 towers will be tricky. But at tier 2, and that if the Dire don't push that all too early, they will have a good chance there.
Yeah, that's true. And the Mirana's actually not so bad against push strategy as well, because with her Starfall she can hold off the creep wave at least almost.
Yeah.
So it can be, or it could be a nice match.
And a pure support for the Dire, Vengeful Spirit, a stun. Didn't think they really needed a stun, but yeah, if you have a BKB, that Shadow Shaman isn't gonna do anything anymore with his chicken and his shackles. And we're actually gonna jump out of the game, so because the picks are ready, making us print screen, and we're gonna go for all pick mode so that the whole team can join. And we can close this also if we just remember which heroes there were. So
the teams have to remember.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I hope they will. We will remember also.
I think we're gonna. Okay.
Yeah.
So let's just get out here.
Leave game and create lobby. Once again, game setup. All pick. Europe.
But I think the Vengeful Spirit was a good pickup anyway, because they didn't have a really hard support already. They had Rasta, who is more like an initiator, especially if he goes mid, and then the Chen in the woods, but they didn't have any lane support, so I think the Vengeful Spirit is a pretty good pickup.
Yeah, I think so too.
And she's great later on, like with her swap, she can.
It's a good initiate, and she can make the fight 4 versus 5.
Yeah. So I think the picks were pretty good.
Yeah, I agree. And we just heard that we have to wait about 5 minutes so that the last person from Team RIP is able to get on TeamSpeak, so they are able to communicate during the fights, which is quite important in this game.
Kind of seems like that they're just making their team up on the flight, like. Yeah, well.
No, he had PC issues, so.
Oh, okay.
I would think that he would need to reinstall or something.
Oh, okay.
So that he can.
That makes sense.
Can play.
So yeah, a bit delayed then, but yeah.
Yeah.
Should be fine, I guess.
I'm just gonna write here what the teams had. It was a Furion, Crystal, Maiden, Night Stalker. Mirana. Earthshaker. Versus a Chen. A Shadow Shaman. And Vengeful. And Beastmaster. Lifestealer.
Yep. Versus. I think I might like the dire matchup better for the moment, because I don't know, the Shadow Shaman is such a great hero to disable anything.
Yes, but a later game, those wards will do less damage. Oh, one of the dire just left.
No, nobody left, right? No. What?
Yeah, we have now 2 empty slots. We had 1 empty slot a moment ago on the dire. But regardless, let's talk about what the lanes would be like. I mean, on the Radiant first.
So I think they will send Night Stalker mid.
Yeah,
solo
same. I don't know if it's gonna be solo. I think it might be a Crystal Maiden that would be with that.
You think though? Because then they would have, if they send the Fury into the jungle, they would have two side solos, which wouldn't work so well. Because I think the mid will go solo, and maybe the well, I don't really know how they want to lane this.
Yeah, I'm a bit confused also.
Okay, they can send the Fury on a side solo and then do a tri lane maybe with Mirana, Shaker, Crystal Maiden, which is a pretty okay, and the Night Stalker and solo.
That is actually probably how they're gonna do it, with Crystal Maiden, Earthshaker, Mirana, and Fury on solo and Night Stalker mid.
Yeah, because if they want to send the Fury in the jungle, then they will really get a problem with laning us.
Yeah.
So, and I think the dire, it's pretty obvious that the Chen is in the jungle,
I
and
think
the Shadow Shaman in the middle, and
I don't know.
lane.
Beastmaster might be in the middle.
Yeah, Beastmaster is in the middle, and the Shadow Shaman probably on the side lane solo.
Yeah, and a Lifestealer laning.
But that's okay.
Yeah.
Like, Lifestealer is not so bad in the lane.
No, and with Vengeful, with a good babysitter also, so we'll be just fine.
So I guess that will be the lanes. Most likely, I
think so too.
You could always see something crazy, but we'll see.
We'll see how that turns out. Let's
And there's the last one. It seems. Trolling.
All pick. No bots, no cheats, no spectators, tournament version.
Perfect.
Okay, start game.
Yeah, let's get this going then.
Indeed.
And
quite curious how this will turn out, because we had some very short games, and I hope that this will not be a short game, even though the push setup from the dire might point out that it will be short.
Yeah, if the Radiant can't hold the first pushes, then they might be in trouble. But I think their team at least has the potential. Their picks have potential to hold off some pushes, even though maybe not very early, but they should be able to hold at least most of their T2 towers, I think.
Yeah. The teams had plenty of time to decide who is going for which hero, I would believe. Even though... Yeah, there we go. And we just missing the last one, which was Beastmaster.
Oh, yes.
Oh, fine. So, we are in the game. Shall I go over the French and you go over the Germans?
Okay.
And the French names are very... we have Lele on Crystal Maiden. Going top lane together with Le Verk. Also top lane on Mirana. And just as we predicted so far, also top lane, a tri lane, is Earthshaker, is the Le Marasu. Lamarsu lol, I would say, but I'm just gonna call him Lamarsu. That leaves us with a Fury and a Night Stalker, and an ally is on Night Stalker, which is probably we'll probably see going middle. Yes, we are. And the last but not least is we have a Nature's Prophet who's already spent his Spectre's Nature's Call. It's Lavoya. It's all yours.
Yeah, and on the Radiant we have Shadow Shaman, who's played by King D, who at the moment is in the middle. Yeah, he's heading towards the middle lane, it seems. We also have the Beastmaster, played by Wayne, who is hanging around in the middle as well, but he will... I don't really know where they will go, but he should go bottom. Then we have Shwoini, who is on the Chen, and he will probably head to the woods. We have Psycho Noob on the Lifestealer, supported by TG, who's playing the Vengeful Spirit on the top lane.
Indeed.
Yeah, and Beastmaster is really taking the solo bot lane, which is kind of strange, I think. Because a Beastmaster on a side lane is way weaker than in the middle lane.
What I'm seeing here, by the way, is a Chen. Oh, we're missing. We're not gonna miss First Blood. There goes Shadow Shaman, and that's a kill. First Blood goes to the Radiant, and I didn't miss First Blood. Yes.
And was very well played, but
yeah,
that's...
but the top lane is in trouble in the meantime. No, it's not. Anyway, Earthshaker got that kill, so it's a nice starting gold for him.
And bottom lane Furion and Beastmaster going at it.
They are quite aggressive.
Especially the Beastmaster, yes, and he got the better of it.
Yeah.
And in the woods, we see the two supports facing off against each other.
This is an active match already. A bit of harassment here on Vengeful Spirit from Crystal Maiden. Nothing dangerous yet, though.
Yeah, and we see that the creeps were pulled, but now they should respawn because the Radiant have a ward there, which might prevent spawning. And yeah. Lifestealer.
That ward, I don't think that ward will prevent spawning.
Actually, I'm not sure. Actually, if it should, I think. I'm not.
No, we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah, but it should. At least it would have prevented in Dota 1 as far as I know.
They know that Earthshaker is coming top, and we are about to see if it's going to be spawned or not. Yes, they will be spawned.
Prevent them. Okay, that's really bad for the Radiant, because now their ward is wasted completely. It doesn't see too much there.
Yeah.
Because they also have a ward on the rune spot. So that ward is really wasted. And in the middle, the Shadow Shaman is getting harassed by really heavily by the Night Stalker. The Void.
And he is able to do that because sooner or later the aura from Crystal Maiden will be there, and he will be able to even spam more.
He picked up the haste rune, and maybe he's not going for the Shadow Shaman because he knows he has a shackle, and that might be deadly for the Night Stalker if he goes
near the tower. Oh, in the meantime, Beastmaster is getting harassed also on the bottom lane, so that well, he's stopping him from farming basically.
The only consumable he has is Assault. I think he used already one stack of tangos, so he might even go down now. Like, there's a Sprout in the exit, but yeah, he gets out.
He still has a self. He can use the self, but Nature's Prophet is out of regens. He does have 2 on the teleport though, so he just bought a teleport rune, or a TP scroll, so he could do something with that and just teleport back instantly.
But the Nature's Prophet, if you look at the creep stats, the Nature's Prophet is winning the lane by far right now.
Nature's Prophet on 18 and Beastmaster on 12, yeah, a lot.
Yeah, Nature's Prophet is the most farmed hero in the game right now. And yeah, otherwise than that, I think the farm looks pretty even. I think
the gold graph shows 1k towards the Radiant, but that's mostly, that's at least 400 gold for the Radiant
yeah, the most of it is from the First Blood.
From the First Blood, yeah.
If you look at the creep stats, it looks fairly even except for the bottom lane, because the The strange thing is that the Rasta, or the Shadow Shaman is getting nothing in mid. He's like sitting on 5 creep kills.
5 creep kills.
Not very
that
much.
is quite painful. Night Stalker is on 15, and with 11 denies though. So he's making it quite hard for that Shadow Shaman to get at the front.
Pick up. Yeah, he picks up a region, which will even make it even harder for the Shadow Shaman to stay in the lane and to hold his ground against the Night Stalker. Now that he's full mana again.
Yep. I think the
Chen.
The Chen is. They're looking for a kill.
Yeah, but the Chen is way out of position.
The Earthshaker is gonna go down though, and so is Shadow Shaman, and so Chen seems to be having a hard time too. Yeah, and yeah, Shadow Shaman doesn't have a TP scroll, so and with a Void Earthshaker finishes off. Sorry, Night Stalker finishes off Chen also.
Yeah, they trade 2 for 1, and that's not a good trade at all, especially because the Shadow Shaman now will have an even harder time in mid.
And it still has to catch up on a lot of experience also. Because if we look at the experience difference, we have a Nature's Prophet that's already level 6. We have a Night Stalker that's already level 6. And there is no level 6 yet on the Radiant side. Sorry, on the Dire side. The highest is, oh, now we do. Beastmaster, just dink level 6. But they don't have a level 5 yet. I mean, even Shadow Shaman is not level 5.
No, he's way behind now in their middle lane.
Yeah.
And that could already mean that the Radiant doesn't have to feel those pushes in so much anymore, because the wards are one level away, and the Night Stalker, and it's soon getting night. Yeah, it's right now getting night. So the Night Stalker now can.
Let's see what he's gonna do. He's out of mana though.
Yeah, and he has no bottle. That's kind of strange, I think.
Yeah.
Bottle in mid is like, it's really strong on the Night Stalker. Invisibility. If you can run around and pick up those runes, but it seems he doesn't want to leave mid yet.
Nope, he is happily farming. And he is getting the gold front. And we just missed a kill on Crystal Maiden, by the way. There's 4 people on the of the Dire on the top lane who are now gonna be looking for Mirana, and she is called out. But there's the Fisher, and Shen might go down, but the shout is up on Mirana, and Mirana goes down. Furion TP'd in, and might actually get Vengeful Spirit before he himself well, he's gonna die himself, and is not getting Vengeful anymore. In the meantime, Night Stalker has left his lane also, and the Fisher goes on Vengeful, and Vengeful dies. Beastmaster is gonna try to TP out, I believe, to get into safety. Where did Lifestealer go in all this? Because I know oh, there he goes. He didn't die. He just I saw him in trouble at some point, but
now at least the Shadow Shaman can enjoy some free farm mid and has his wards up now, but he's not enough mana to cast them by now.
Nope.
Chen is still on level 4, which is not good for them. They really need his ulti in those team fights, and especially if the Night Stalker starts ganking. His ulti could really save lives, but yeah, he's still lacking 1.5 or even more, a bit more than 1.5 levels.
Yeah, and in the meantime, oh, they smoked. No, they didn't. Did they?
Yes, they smoked the Chen and the Beastmaster, and they.
Oh, there, yeah.
For real. Now
and they will catch out Mirana, but I think the Beastmaster might go down also. Yes, there we go. And Crystal Maiden is just cannon fodder, but so is Vengeful Spirit for the Radiant. That goes down too. So it's 2 for 2. And well, Nature's Prophet didn't teleport in, and now he teleports in after the team fight's over, but he might still get a couple of kills. Night Stalker is tanking the tower, but Furion will get Chen. There's the Fisher from Earthshaker, and they're gonna go for Lifestealer, and are probably gonna succeed, because there's creeps to tank off the tower if they wanted to. The Chen creep is there with the tornado, which is such an annoying tornado.
Lifestealer gets a kill.
Lifestealer gets a kill, and did die himself, but so does Furion.
And Beastmaster might even get the Mirana if his axes. No, they won't come off cooldown in time.
No, Mirana is out, and he's even popped herself, and is gonna go back for that Beastmaster, I believe.
Yeah, but reinforcements are coming in, and Vengeful is coming in, and Chen is coming in.
The Radiant is better gonna go out now, because otherwise this won't end well for them. They will still get the Vengeful Spirit though, but I fear that they might both still die. Even though there is almost an earn charge again for the Night Stalker, who is gonna survive this.
And Beastmaster didn't use his axes. He could have just thrown his axe and finished off the Night Stalker, but he didn't.
There goes the Fisher for the Beastmaster, for the Earthshaker, by the way, and they get the Dire gets a Crystal Maiden and gets Earthshaker.
Yeah, that was crucial
Yeah.
for them to get those kills, because now like this evens up the kills again.
Yeah, but Night Stalker still got away, and he did get a couple of kills, I believe. Yeah, he got 4-0 now, which is a very nice start for Night Stalker.
Yeah, but they lost their tower in the mid somehow, because I
missed that also.
Did the rest
I think
yes, they used their swords.
Yeah, I think the rest went for a ninja stealth push. And in the meantime, the top lane is being pushed also. And there, I think they're gonna get this tower, because there's nobody of the Radiance to defend it.
Yeah, that's actually true, because there's a really huge dip in the gold graphic, and like it went up to almost 3k advantage for the Radiant, but now it's like at 1.5k.
Look at those waves. Oh, sorry. Team fight going on. What we see here is Beastmaster being frozen by Crystal Maiden is going down. Shadow Shaman seems to be in trouble, but is still able to use some of his mana before he goes down to a Fisher of Earthshaker. Oh, I didn't think Lifestealer would be able to get to the crack of that, but still dies to Mirana. This is a good fight for the Radiant. They already, the Dire already lost 3 people, and the Nature's Prophet teleported up, and there's 4 down for the Radiant. Sorry, for the Dire, and nobody down for the Radiant.
The Vengeful Spirit really shouldn't be there where she's right now, because the Invis rune is about to run out.
Yeah,
and now
they will spot her. Oh,
but they don't see her now.
And the Radiant isn't low enough to for her to get a kill with the stun. And Furion pushes on the bottom lane. He's probably gonna go for that tower, even though instant defense comes out for the bottom lane also.
It's a Lifestealer.
I'm sure he is up for some creep for him.
Yeah, definitely.
Shadow Shaman is also back in his middle lane, but this time Night Stalker is being supported by the Crystal Maiden.
Yeah, that's true. And yeah, if we take a look at the creep stats again, we really see that the Radiant is way ahead.
Ooh, they smoked up. The Dire smoked up.
Yeah.
And there's
they can make something out of that.
Yeah, they need to.
But they don't really seem sure where they want to go. Like, there's the Mirana farming on the top, and they want to go for the Earthshaker, who is most likely gonna die on the axe, the stun, and he's dead.
They yeah, that was another smoke. They don't take any chances. They smoke up everything, even the bird from from Beastmaster is smoked up.
But Night Stalker is way too fast to catch up.
Yeah.
And now it's daytime, because now the Night Stalker is slow again. Now they might have a shot at this, because
Night Stalker didn't spec his ulti. I gotta mention that. He did not spec anything into his ulti. And he is gonna go down there.
But the wards were really wasted on
yeah.
position.
And top tower is getting pushed by Mirana in the meantime, but Shadow Shaman is instantly there to defend. However, Furion is porting in also, and they might look for a kill on the Shadow Shaman. There they go. They are gonna go for a kill on the Shadow Shaman. The arrow hits, and just some right-clicking, Shen's ulti wouldn't really work anymore. And the lead, Mirana gets herself into safety.
Really well played there. The town portals from the Radiant Dire should have come a little bit early, and no deny from the Vengeful Spirit. Not an attempt.
Nope, they
but they're pushing the bottom tower.
They're pushing a bottom tower, and they got the bottom tower. And they might go further. Even though, in the meantime, Earthshaker is also pushing the middle tower, so they might want to go there instead. I want to just have a look at the items, because we haven't really talked about that yet.
Yep.
And I hope I don't miss anything crucial in the meantime, but Earthshaker's just moving away after the Fisher.
So yeah, we don't see so many items. I think the most important item right now is the mechanism on the Furion, which can really help out in those team fights. But other than that, there
I
are
think
no
Mirana
insights.
is gonna go for drums of endurance with the items that she has at the moment.
Yeah, it really looks like that. That's true.
Yeah, and
And she almost had it. Yeah, she can buy it, can't she? Like she has.
I think the recipe is like 300 or 190.
Yeah, and she can buy it.
No, the recipe is 750, so she can't yet. Oh, team
Oh
fight
yeah,
in the mid,
that's like
and
50 everything.
Vengeful Spirit going down so fast. Shadow Shaman being caught out. He actually does place his wards, but they might still get a kill on the Mirana. No, a mecha charge from Nature's Prophet saved Mirana there.
There was no one to hold the enemy team near the wards,
No.
so now they just get farmed up
Yeah.
by the Marauder a bit. And Chen even almost loses all his creeps, only the troll ward survives, which is even more farm for the Radiant right now.
Yeah, the Beastmaster is sitting on almost 2k gold though. He might be going for a Blink Dagger, but I don't know if that's yeah, don't know. We'll see what he's gonna go for.
They kind of need that initiation. So
They do, and the Beastmaster is tanky enough to take it. Also.
Yeah, for now at least, because Mirana will soon be able to dish out huge damage, and the same goes for the Night Stalker and yeah, versus Void.
Yeah, I think Earthshaker's gonna go for mana boots, and he just now, after the last team fight, he has enough gold to go for that. But he hasn't really stepped away to get it, and the donkey has been in constant use because he just bought the drums of endurance for Mirana.
Very nice.
There are
And
already
Shadow
mana
Shaman
boots
goes
up on
down.
Crystal Maiden, by the way. So I don't know if Earthshaker's gonna go for that. And yeah, Shadow Shaman
That's a
just
very
died.
interesting choice. Like,
The Crystal Maiden with mana boots, which is nice for the rest of the team. A Vengeful Spirit is gonna go down there.
they're really getting caught out, and the Radiant are really confident now. They're just pushing way beyond the towers,
Yeah.
getting those kills, which is not good at all for the Radiant, for the Dire, because they can't lose. They're losing their supports, and they can't take the fight like this.
They can't, and that Earthshaker is being spot on with his fissures. Landed one from the end of the other side to Beastmaster there, and enabling that kill on the Beastmaster.
Yeah, if they want, they can. Yeah, they will take the tier 2 tower now in the middle.
They might actually decide to push on, because what is the Dire? What are they gonna do? They can put up the wards of Shadow Shaman. That will stop the push in.
Yeah, definitely. But they don't. Yeah, they don't want to push. They just want to take the tier 2 tower on the bottom, I believe.
Yep, I believe so too. The blink went out, and all they need to do is push out the lane a little bit, which basically doesn't need a lot of pushing.
And Nike's are trying to keep up on this farm on the top lane. But yeah, he has so little money. He's like now buying up his gloves. He has his helmet.
He's gonna go for the armlet, it seems.
He's going for the helmet, but he's kind of far away from that, considering it's like 70 minutes in and he has nothing except for dreads.
If we look at the gold per minute, we see like Nature's Spirit, Nature's Prophet, I meant, sorry, lol, almost on 500 gold, and for the Dire, the highest is Beastmaster actually. Beastmaster at 314 gold, while the Lifestealer is sitting on 250, which is less than everybody, even the supports on the Dire side, Radiant side.
And the Radiant going for Rosh.
Yeah.
And Dire.
Stay ahead when you are ahead.
Yeah, and they can just. Nobody will. The Radiant. I don't think the Radiant can contest them there. They don't have the team fight to do that. I think. The Shaker. Look at.
I think he's just trolling right now.
Yeah.
He is.
What the hell?
I wonder if he's gonna engage.
Yeah,
The Shadow Shaman must have noticed now from moving that Earthshaker is there. Just trolling.
Yeah, those guys are just trolling right now.
Yeah.
But they shouldn't be too confident, I think, because the Beastmaster almost has pipe, or well, almost. He's like a little bit.
He almost has a hood. He almost has a hood.
Yes, yeah, but I think he will go for the pipe.
I think so too. Yeah, definitely.
He already bought the third ring, and yeah, that indicates kind of the pipe, because I guess he will get the headrest after that and then the pipe, and that will really help, because I think the most damaged right now is from the magical nukes.
Yep, definitely.
The Radiant bring to the
Earthshaker got a blink dagger now, by the way.
That will really help out in the team fights.
Yeah, a good ulti from Mirana there to let Nature's Prophet teleport.
Just getting out against.
Yeah.
That was we missed it, but at least
I didn't.
Okay.
But he was away fast enough. Yeah, definitely, and a good time around ulti, and I don't think she needed it herself at that time, so it was just good communication.
Yeah.
They have a ward, the Dire, where Mirana is, so they saw her coming there. She is kind of in a lonely place right now, but nobody of the Dire is gonna come for her because they might fear. Sorry, I missed that. Oh, I missed that. But Chen does die to the Nature's Prophet, probably being assisted by Earthshaker also because we saw the Fissure over there. So another well enabled kill from the Earthshaker, who's having a good game, I believe.
Definitely, yes. And the problem for the Dire right now is that they lost all net control. They don't see anything on the map. Like, they see their base and a little bit of their forest, but that's it. So they have no clue.
They also have a ward near the secret shop.
Yeah, but that's
they can see incomings, but yeah, that's about it. Indeed, they have a very short range of view.
And the problem is Nex can't farm. The lifestealer, he won't be able to. He can't farm anything, and now the fight goes on again.
Oh, nice Fissure. And Beastmaster is gonna go down also.
Great echo slam. Now the shaman gets sprouted, and even Chen goes down.
Chen goes down. Lifestealer is the only one left alive, and he won't be able to do anything with the damage going out and the stuns going out also. And the GG is cold.
They're giving up early. Like they would probably lose. They would probably lose a Rex as well. So
yeah,
it's probably understandable. Yeah, let's go with the same password. Yeah. Nice first game. Once again, a little bit short.
A little bit short, but they just didn't have an answer for the early ganks and the push strat. And I think next game they will be more prepared in doing so. And the arrow hits Shadow Shame, a lucky hit, but still it will be stunned for the whole 5 minutes, I believe.
Yeah, but I think most of the Dire already disconnected.
Actually, the only one disconnected is Lifestealer at the moment.
Yes.
Yep.
So they're still playing. Well.
But they're not trying anymore, so they're disconnecting now. Yes. We have to stay in the game until it's over. Mirana also disconnected, and now the rest is starting to disconnect as well. And only Chen is still in the game of the Dire.
Yeah, so when he leaves, and not everyone is leaving.
And now Chen disconnected also, so we're gonna see a Radiant victory in a moment.
Yeah, and I wouldn't have thought that would go that way. Like the Dire pushed, but they lost the team fights actually, most of them at least, and then the Radiant could just take the towers, and they played.
There we go.
Very nice ganking style, I think.
I agree. And as soon as I have the thingy screen on, I will
host the next match.
Host the next match.